Attention passionate Cleveland, BROWNS. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Cleveland Browns' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Cleveland Browns fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Cleveland, BROWNS. Let's get to the news. This past Sunday, the Browns fanbase got a glimpse of what many have been waiting for: the debut of our young, promising quarterback SHEDEUR Sanders. And trust me, it was a moment packed with anticipation, nerves, and a little bit of heartbreak. Cleveland's newest signal caller, who was a fifth-round pick, finally stepped onto the field in real NFL action. But it wasn't quite the fairy tale we all hoped for. Sanders came in after halftime, replacing the injured Dillon Gabriel, who had taken a hit to the head and was sidelined with a concussion. It was a crucial moment for Sanders, who had only been practicing with the team for a short while and was thrown into the fire during a tough matchup against the Baltimore Ravens. Now, Browns fans, you know how much we love a good story of resilience, and SHEDEUR's first appearance was no different. But let's be honest, it was a tough start. The rookie struggled to get comfortable under pressure and couldn't capitalize on the few chances he had. When you look at the box score, it's sobering: 4 completions on 16 attempts, just 47 yards and an interception. He was also sacked twice, and there was a costly intentional grounding penalty, which didn't help. But what really stood out is that Sanders was under relentless pressure from the Ravens' ferocious pass rush. That's not unusual for a rookie, especially one thrown into such a high-stakes game, but it does highlight the challenges he'll need to overcome as he develops. Despite the rough stats, there were moments that showed promise. During Cleveland's final drive, Sanders displayed some of that potential we've been hearing about. He managed to rip a 25-yard pass to rookie tight end Harold Fannin Jr., sparking a mini comeback attempt. That play was a bright spot, a sign that Sanders can connect with his receivers and make big throws when it counts. Then in the very next play, he escaped pressure and threw an end zone shot to Isaiah Bond, who was open but just overthrown. That was a moment that got the Browns fans' hopes up, a glimpse of the talent that could flourish with more experience. Gage Larvadain also had a shot in the end zone, but a fantastic defensive play from the Ravens knocked the ball away, ending the drive. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Cleveland Browns news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. Now, what makes this debut even more intriguing is the fact that these were Sanders' first reps with the starting offense since he joined Cleveland. It's a huge step for a rookie, especially one who's still trying to get used to the NFL speed and the Browns' playbook. Sanders himself admitted that he's been trying to build chemistry on the fly, and he believes that with more time on the field, things will only get better. That mindset is exactly the kind of attitude we love to see from a young quarterback. Cleveland veteran lineman Wyatt Teller mentioned that Sanders' cadence is still a work in progress. He's only heard it a couple of times before Sunday, so this was a real learning experience for everyone involved. It's clear Sanders has a lot to soak in, but the potential is there, and the Browns staff clearly believes in his talent and work ethic. Looking ahead, the Browns are in a bit of a holding pattern. Dillon Gabriel is still in concussion protocol, which means Sanders could be called upon again sooner rather than later. If Gabriel isn't cleared in time for Week 12, SHEDEUR will finally get the opportunity to start in a game, and that's a huge deal. It's not just about the experience, it's about whether he can step up and lead this team when it really counts. The upcoming game against the Las Vegas Raiders will be a pivotal moment for Sanders. It's an opportunity to show what he can do under real game pressure, to prove that he belongs in this league, and to build confidence for himself and his teammates. Now, Browns fans, I know some of you are already thinking about what this means for our future. SHEDEUR Sanders is raw, no doubt about it, but he's also got that competitive fire and talent that you just can't teach overnight. The coaching staff is clearly impressed with his resilience and attitude, especially after such a tough debut. And let me tell you, the Browns' offense is not lacking talent. We've got a solid core of receivers, a strong offensive line, and a defense that's been stepping up all season. If Sanders can develop his game, we could be looking at a real game changer, someone who can elevate this team to the next level. Looking at the bigger picture, the AFC North is as competitive as ever. The Ravens are proving to be a tough matchup for everyone, and the Steelers and Bengals are always lurking around, ready to pounce. But Cleveland has a chance to make some noise if we get consistent quarterback play and if Sanders can grow from this experience. The team's defense, led by stars like Myles Garrett, continues to be a dominant force, and the running game has been doing its part. So the focus now is on development, patience, and trust. This season is still very much a work in progress, but the signs are promising. The Browns have shown resilience and grit all year, and with a young quarterback like Sanders finally getting comfortable, the potential for something special is still very much alive. As Browns fans, we're used to roller coasters, ups and downs, surprises, and setbacks, but that's what makes rooting for Cleveland so exhilarating. We've seen flashes of brilliance before, and I believe Sanders has the potential to be a key piece of this puzzle. He's got the work ethic, the mindset, and the raw talent. Now it's just about putting it all together. The upcoming weeks are going to be telling. Will Sanders seize his chance and step into the spotlight? Can he develop that chemistry with the receivers and truly lead this offense? It's a lot to ask, but if there's one thing Browns fans know how to do, it's believe in the process and stay hopeful. And remember, it's not just about one game or one rookie. It's about building something sustainable, about cultivating a team culture that values growth, resilience, and grit. Cleveland has a rich football history, and every new chapter starts with moments like these, moments of challenge, learning, and eventual triumph. SHEDEUR Sanders might have had a rough start, but for Browns fans, this is just the beginning. We're all in this together, and I believe that with time, patience, and a little bit of that Cleveland magic, we'll see our young quarterback grow into a leader who can take us to the promised land. So, as we look forward to the next game, keep your heads up, Browns fans. We've got a lot to be excited about. The journey isn't over, and every setback is just a setup for a comeback. SHEDEUR Sanders is a part of our story now, and I have no doubt that he's going to come back stronger, more confident, and ready to prove himself on this big stage. The future is bright, and it's just getting started. And now, Cleveland Browns fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Cleveland Browns. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Cleveland Browns news.